Hey guys, OG Albino here, bringing you guys our APLC Wi-Fi Season 6 week number, 5? Yeah, week number 5 battle against Emil and his Montreal Scroopies. Love Emil to death. Please go check him out in the description below. He makes really entertaining content. He's one of the funnest people I know to watch just because of how wacky the shit he brings on a consistent basis is. And I really think you'll enjoy his content if you go check it out. So please go check out Emil in the description below. I know he's been uploading his LC run as well. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like as well as sub to the channel. We're on our way to 2,000 subs and really appreciate it if you help us out along that journey. Now, obviously, there's kind of a little bit of a gap week. There was no week 4 video. That's because our opponent Mario V unfortunately just had, a lot of stuff going on. And he couldn't get a time to play us last week, so unfortunately didn't get a game against him. So we got the forfeit win, which is nice to get a win, but sucks because we had a pretty cool team built for that one. But it's not too big of a deal. Maybe we'll see him in playoffs, and we'll get a nice win and kind of be able to move on. So right now we are 3-1 apparently going into this week with just a loss against T-Rome. We want to keep up the momentum and keep up a little bit of a win streak here. But Emil's great at Little Cup, so we'll see what we can do. And in particular, this matchup, there's some scary stuff in it, right? So we can go ahead and start off. You can see Emil's team right above me. Grookey with Grassy Glide allowed to be ran, which typically LC League spam. Goldeen, Omanite, Mime Jr., Joltik, Lillipup, Drifloon, Mudbray, Tyro, Goomy. I know he loves the Goomy. We don't have a fairy. I do expect Goomy to come. Grassy Glide Grookey just 6-0s me. My check right now is a is a Zubat, which isn't a great idea in all honesty. Just Grassy Glide plus Drain Punch kind of 6-0s me. So we have to be incredibly careful about that. Goldeen is annoying. Omanite can be just a great win condition if a smash gets up and we're out of priority options to beat it, or if it wins some 50-50s against something like a Pawniard. So that can be incredibly scary. Drifloon is really annoying for us to deal with, and then the Mudbray is absolutely terrifying for our team. What's our ground resistance on this team? Oh yeah, send tweet. Now we do have the ball toy, but even then, it has payback or even just heavy slams to really just chip us down over the course of the game. And besides that, high horsepower is insanely free, and it checks a lot of our team very, very well. So it's going to be pretty scary, but I think we have the squad to take it on. First up, we'll start off with our Mienfoo. This is most likely going to be our lead in this game. We are close combat, knockoff, U-turn, and taunt. Taunt is to prevent smashes from things like the Omanite. It is to prevent things like the, Mudbray from potentially getting up rocks, or resting if it's a rest talk variant, things like that. Really mostly for the Omanite though. Knockoff to hit things like the Drifloon, and then CC U-turn just to pivot around. We are pretty fizzed so we can take hits on things like Grookey and get a nice U-turn out. Really, there's not anything on this team that can Oko us besides maybe like a Life Orb Mime Jr., but even then we'll U-turn out before that. So we should be completely fine, honestly, with this thing as a lead. Next up, we have an Eviolite, Swords Dancing, Anorith with Rock Blast, X Scissor, Swords Dance, and Aqua Jet. Pretty decently offensive, but a little bit of bulk in here. This thing does really, really well in this matchup. I like the Aqua Jet priority for a lot of things to pick them off. Things like the Omanite, if it's like a Sash variant. Things like a weakened Drifloon, if it does pop another Burden. Stuff like that. SDX Scissor can do a lot of damage to something like a Mudbray before it gets its, stamina. Especially if we get a knockoff on it with either our Pawniard or our Mienfoo beforehand. I think it comes back in later. Plus 2 X Scissor plus Rock Blast really hits this team incredibly hard. So that's the plan with Anorith here. It should do pretty well, and it can really take a hit naturally from everything minus something like Omanite. So just pretty solid here. Then we have a Lumberry Pawniard where SD 3 attacks with Sucker and then Sabs. We're Lum in case that Drifloon is Willow, which I do expect to be like a Willow set, maybe like Willow Colbur, or maybe just like Sub-Willow Hex, something like that. Could be really, really annoying for our team. Other than that, it's really, really strong in this matchup, and honestly, like, Knockoff plus Sucker plus Ironhead hits his entire team incredibly hard. Sucker is another way to revenge things like Omanite or like a weakened Grookey, so it can't Drain Punch us. Now, obviously, it does need to be weakened, but we can definitely do so. Next up, we have our Zigzagoon with E-Speed, Thief, Seed Bomb, and Belly Drum. We're pretty fast, so if he's like a slower Drifloon, in order to take hits a little bit better, and he doesn't have his Unburden Pop, we can always Thief him and knock him out at +6, but realistically, we kind of need that Drifloon dead if we're going to want to win with our Zigzagoon. But +6 Seed Bomb, especially in the terrain, can nuke through things like Mudbray and Omanite especially really, really well. And then E-Speed hits everything else really, really hard and is a great win con. I also really like the priority bracket that it offers into things like Grookey and stuff like that. So that's obviously great, and we can definitely find opportunities to set up too. Then we have a Heavy Duty Boots Zubat with Air Slash, Gigaturn, Roost, and U-Turn. We're special this game just because I'd like to be able to pepper down that Mudbray a little bit more. As you see, my team kind of struggles with Mudbray in general. So I think peppering it down, chipping it a little bit more is, you know, really, really nice for me, as well as not being absolutely free setup fodder for like a non-Eviolite, what do you call it? I'm blanking on his name. Omanite, like if it wants to smash in my face or whatever it might be. I think that's really, really valuable. And then again, this thing's mostly here though to pivot into Grookey. We're probably going to get knocked off anyway, so I figured it was more valuable to not be Evio and be Boots to where we can switch in on rocks at least once, get knocked off, but then be able to U-turn out of there and force the Grookey out. Put myself in a good position offensively. So I figured Boots had a little bit more value despite us not being super bulky with them. Then lastly, we have a Berry Juicing Baltoy. We're just Psychic, Ice Beam, Rapid Spin, and Rocks. This thing, like I said, is going to be our main check. Just something like the Mudbray. Ice Beam is a super free click in that instance too, in case something like a Grookey wants to come in, or a Drifloon, especially wanting to like spin block us. So Ice Beam is incredibly spammable this game. Then we have Psychic that thing's hard as well. And yeah, it's overall pretty good mon in this matchup. But that's pretty much the team. I'll be right back with the battle. Alrighty guys, here we are with the battle. We're connected with Amel. I know what he's bringing because I just talked to him in call about what he's bringing. He has Grookey, Mudbray, Drifloon, Joltik, Goomy, and Mime Jr. Now as for what I want to lead, part of me really, oh man, I really think he's gonna lead that, what do you call it? That Joltik, and I'm really nervous about that. So that's kind of scary. Part of me... So, I'm trying to see, what would be worst case scenario is him leading that Joltik. Everything else I feel like I can pivot around. We're going to lead Mienfoo because I feel like it's very free. It's pretty telegraphed, but it's very free. So lead off with that, and we'll probably just throw off a big knockoff immediately onto something. If Grookey leads, I'm just going to U-turn, I believe. I don't think there's any reason for me to do anything but U-turn. Because I'll live any kind of glide. And we'll go from there. So, good luck on Amel. This one's gonna be really scary. I'm not excited. So, we'll see. Joltik, yeah, see? Figured. And clap. So, Joltik. How much do you do to me? The Life Orb Thunderbolt, you don't do that much. And I can win the tie and, like, just knock you off. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna knock this thing off. It doesn't get webs, don't worry. Protect. Okay. Fine. He sees that we don't have Fake Out. Which is a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world, like I said. We're gonna knock this thing off, though. He's probably like a Focus Sash set then, right? Thunder Wave. That's unfortunate. It's all good. Give me a crit. It is Focus Sash. Okay. And now I can just U-turn. For free. So, my Mienfoo being paralyzed is a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. As long as I get this off right here. Come on. There we go. This should die. There we go. So, Mienfoo's going to start off the game with KO into the Joltik. He does get a paralysis on me, which is a bit unfortunate. Now I need to figure out what my best positioning is here. And see what I want to allow to come in. I don't want Grookey to come in at all, so I could go Brody because it gives me a free U-turn on like literally everything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go free Brody here because it gives me a good U-turn on just about everything on his team. So we're gonna go with that. Yeah, because now that the Joltik's gone, U-turn is very free. If it's Mime coming out, then it's for sure Scarf because I do outspeed Mime, right? 17 speed? No, it's a speed tie, but I don't think you risk that for no reason. So that's nice. If Goomy comes out, I'm just gonna U-turn. Mime comes out. Okay. That makes me think that you're Scarf, right? He's gonna have like Dream Punch or some shit. So I think I'm actually going to make the middle ground play. Of T-Row. I really don't want to, though. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just U-turn. Pocket Weeball. Oh, he is Scarf, and he's Baton Passing. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I didn't think he would click Psychic there, though, and give my Pawniard a free switch in. It just didn't make any sense. So, depending on what he goes into, Pawniard might get a free switch in. Mudbray. Perfect. So we're gonna get a switch out. It's gonna show stamina. I'm pretty sure that's EVO damage, but I'm also a timid Zubat, so it's not gonna be the epitome of damage with U-turns. And now we get a free T-Row, and he does kind of have to switch out here. I think I am going to elect to get out my rocks here. Yeah. He's gonna withdraw. Drifloon. Fine. Now, from here, I feel pretty darn comfortable. One thing I can do is I can go Amel on a pivot into my Pawniard. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go hard Amel on a Will-O-Wisp, as you do not want to deal with that. He could also be Defog. Sunny day. Interesting. Okay. Do I live a Hex? This is a cool set. He's Weather Ball. That's cool. Okay. So, what does this tell me? This tells me that he might be Hex on the set. So Drifloon. I want to check. Level 5 Drifloon. I wish this thing wasn't banned in actual LC, because then they could check these things. Hex is worst case scenario. We are Paralizidade. It does not kill us, so we can just knock off. Psychic. It's also bad. Crit. Cool. That didn't kill us, by the way. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, that did less than Hex, so... I think I gotta go Anorith. Ain't that something? I'm just gonna Rock Blast. Ain't that something? We're just gonna Rock Blast here. The Mud Break can come in, but then we have a free, what do you call it as well? So, I can't play around with this thing anymore. I love getting crit in Pokemon. Ah, that's pretty unfortunate. He stays in. Okay. 1. 2. Okay, great. So, he's gonna not kill us because we're EVO. But now we're in range of the Grookey, because we got 2 hits. I am so sick of the move Rock Blast, guys. I am so sick of it. Can I tell you? I am so sick of that move. So we're gonna knock out the Drifloon. Ugh, okay. Let's see, Mime Jr. Do we die to a Mime Jr.'s Scarf hit? Is the real question. It's a roll for Modest. So, Modest Psychic, actually. Modest Gleam, I actually don't know what HP number we're at. So we'll see right here. Gumi comes out. Gumi, LC Sap Sipper. I mean, I don't really have a reason to save this anymore. Rock Blast. Eviolite for sure. Give me a high roll? 5 times, that's good. I will take that. He cursed. Okay, cool. Pog Champ. We will just X-Scissor this thing. We will just X-Scissor. Our Sunlight fades, which is good, I guess, kinda. X-Scissor. We knock out Gooms. Is he gooey? No. So down that goes. Now we just have Mime Jr., Mudbray, and Grookey. Grookey is gonna come out. Okay. Now do we die to non-life orb? That's the real question. If he's not a life orb, we We actually have a small chance of living this hit, and I am not willing to give this thing a free setup turn. Grassy Glide, no Life Orb, give me the roll. Damn. We did not get the roll. It is Life Orb Grookey. Good to know. Good to know. So we're gonna go Brody. We're gonna U-turn. He might also think we're scarfed, so I don't think he can ever stay in here. Yeah. He's gonna withdraw. Probably Mudbray. Yeah, I'm ready to reveal the Giga Drain tech. We U-turn. Big timid Zubat. That's my boy. And then from here, I think we go T-Row, right? Yeah, pretty freely. We just Ice Beam. This thing can't do much to me. It can get up rocks, but again, I'm not super worried about that. I think I will spin them away. Like, I can also just Ice Beam forever. So we're faster. It's good to know. You EVO? I'm pretty sure it's EVO. Freeze! Oh my god, what is with me and calling freezes? What's happening? How do I keep doing this? How do I keep doing it? I don't understand it. I don't get how I keep calling these freezes. I don't get how I keep doing it. I don't get it. I am flabbergasted, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Why do I keep calling them? Why do I keep calling them? I don't get how I keep calling these freezes. Oh my goodness. I'll take it, dude. I'm not upset about it. I am not upset about it in the slightest. I am not upset. Wow. Ain't that something? Now, I just stay in and click Ice Beam on everything. Mine's gonna come in, that's fine. This is my setup opportunity. I'm just gonna stay in and click Ice Beam until I die. Yeah, it's gonna Shadow Ball. I actually hope it crits me and knocks me out, because I'm 99% sure this is Scarf. Okay, being that he made this play, I think I'm actually gonna pivot out here. So it is faster. Gas disappears. He's Scarf. He should BP, Shadow Ball. He's gonna be like Psychic or D-Gleam. And then maybe like a Brick Break or Drain Punch for Boneyard. Yep. And I think we win. More Zigzagoon kills. I hope. We'll see. Yeah. See? Knew he was Scarf. Cool, we win! Let's go! We get back up to full. And now we win. Dude, we're just farming Ziggy kills at this point. Dude, I'm mad that I got a forfeit last week because more Ziggy kills could not be had. We're gonna E-Speed. And we're gonna take a bite of oatmeal that I've been holding off. This is victory oatmeal. That I also made like an hour ago and it's kind of cold, which isn't very good, but we gotta get those macros in, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, we win. Cool. Let's freaking go. And we will E-Speed. We out prioritize the Grookey. Bam! Is that this game? GG's to Mr. Amel. That was scary. I'm only getting the 2 hits on the thing and getting crit with my Mienfoo, but like, we were able to make it back pretty easy. Now, I know the freeze seems like it mattered, but I really don't think it mattered. I think it's more funny than anything, because at worst, the Mudbray like heavy slams and pops my juice, and I 2-hit KO it, and then that same interaction with Shadow Ball happens probably. Because I'm staying and sacking on the, what do you call it, the ball toy anyway, so not too big of a deal. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. If you're new here, drop a sub, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.